Awesome. Hi everyone. My name is Andepu Daniel Ninke. Um, I'm from Cross River State, and I'm glad to be here. First of all, I want to say thank you to Sir Ash for this rare opportunity, and I do not take it for granted. Um, I want to also appreciate the other scholars who have presented. I want to thank, Valkyries, Nebs, and the rest who are here. You're going to gain a lot from everybody, the lineup. Um, to start with, yeah, it's been a long time or a long way coming, starting this scholarship journey. And, I honestly began my scholarship journey by someone just saying that, oh, this stuff is actually really possible. And, his name, let me name drop Imim Kalada Green. And, he just said it was possible. I honestly did not believe starting off that I could get it. And you know how your worldview is framed by the environment you come from, and you believe that you need to know someone, follow in local parlance, follow who know road, that kind of thing. And like Balkis said, you don't need to know anybody in PTDF to actually get the scholarship. It's something that is really, really free. It's free, and for the most part it's fair. From what I've seen, is really fair, and if you put in your best, you get it. My scholarship journey or the application, when I was applying, I had received a rejection prior to the openings coming out. And I looked at it and I said, "Ah, what's this one again?" So my mom sent me the link to apply, and I was just like, oh, not again. Then my dad also sent the link, and I said, okay, what's the worst that can happen? They'll tell me no, right? And when I was picking my schools, I looked at the options, and I, as I looked at the options, I saw that, oh, you can pick UK and other countries at the same time. Initially, I wanted to pick somewhere like Germany or somewhere like France, and I just looked at it. I said, "What's the point? Let me just pick UK. She not the same feel like go feel, right?" So I just picked the UK, picked some schools, and applied. And I already had you know prior applications, prior rejections. So I didn't. I just okay, yeah, okay, increase. Okay, so I just, picked some of my applications from other applications, some of the stuff from I did in other applications, wrote it pertaining to the petroleum industry, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer. You guys already know that it's a petroleum-based scholarship. So you can't be writing about something, for example, now you can't be writing about electric vehicles in as pertain to petroleum. Do you understand? Because they are not aligned. Do you get? So if you have gotten this far, you should know it's a no-brainer, and also pertaining to other scholarships. So I wrote my application, submitted it, and I got a call back at my interview. My interview was scheduled for 12. Now, I think we are a few here, we're about 150 people. I would advise you, even if your interview is scheduled for 12 or 2, please go early. Please go early. By 9 a.m., be there, because you are not the only ones being interviewed, right? There's something called interviewers fatigue and all of that. The interviewers, they're interviewing almost 1,000 people. at once, like maybe per day or something. So you don't want a situation whereby you go and you have a lot to say, and the interviewer is already tired and I say, I beg, let this guy just yarn and get out of here. So it's really important to be on time, dress corporately. So I most of these things I don't leave it to chance, right? I that day I wore a suit, a full suit, I wore a tie, I wore waistcoats and everything. And so people saw me and said, you know, that student in class that used to shout, Uncle, you have not given us assignments. So I was looking like that guy. Yeah. And as I reached there, I was kind of tense. And I'm not a person that you look and I would be snobbish. No, if I am in somewhere, I would like to, ease my nerves and say, oh, hi, hello, my name is Daniel, what's your name? And all. So I just got talking with people around me. And all. There's this lady beside me. She was so tense. She was like shaking and chill. Like it's not, how do I say it? Yes, it's something good that would happen to you, right? But at the end of it, does not determine your worth. Like what Balki said, right? There's a way rejections, something does, rejections, they do something to your head and they make you feel like, oh, you're not good enough, you're not, smart enough and everything. I mean, look at someone like Balkis. She got a 5.0 and she was still rejected from other scholarships, right? Over there, when I was in the interview, I saw a friend of mine from school. So I went to Landmark University. I studied mechanical engineering, right? And I graduated with first class, a 4.55. But there was this friend of mine, she graduated with a 4.9 something from microbiology, but she did not get it. She told me that she entered, very intelligent, very bright, and she entered probably because of the nerves around. Everybody's like scared, everybody's shaking and all of that. She literally forgot something that she did in 100 level. Do you get? And yeah, you might come with all the certificates, all the qualifications and everything. Yeah, but what you say at that moment, right? The fact that you even got to that point, you're a winner. Do you understand? So, what you say at that moment, you are good enough, please. What you say at that moment is what determines, like, you know, um, your outcome. Do you understand? I know. So from there, as I got to the venue, I tried to come relatively early, but I was already late. I saw a lot of people there, and I just entered, sat down, said hello, said hello. There was this lady by my side. She snubbed me. She was kind of snobbish, yeah. And I said, okay, oh, we are here. People were rigorously going through their what do you call this? Their SOP, right? Statement of purpose, which I advise you to know your statement of purpose. Know whatever you put inside there because it's what you put inside there that they will ask you, right? And I just looked through mine. I gave people who wanted to see my statement of purpose, right? Okay, you can see my statement of purpose and everything. It's not a it's a competition, but that doesn't mean you should be unkind, basically. You shouldn't be unkind in the whole stuff. So I was there. Please, I just be picking points from what I'm saying, right? Relax, right? Relax. Just go there. You've already made it far to that point. You don't have to be so tense that you can't at the end of the day deliver. So if you go there, please, I would employ you, say hi to someone, wave. Oh, what's your name? What's your name? If you see a friend, meet your friend, gist. I met some of my friends outside and we're talking, like we're even gisting about, football topics and everything. I got to meet the security guard. I said, hi. Do you understand those kind of things? So say hi, say hello, and everything. I got into the interview queue and I saw because my interview was on a Monday. I saw, uh, because of at that period, the late President Buhari died, so the Monday was declared a public holiday. So mine was moved to a Friday, and I just decided that okay, on Friday I'll go and no, I think a Thursday. Yeah, it was a Friday. Sorry, it was a Friday. And as I entered the place, the interview, I saw the panelists. So you'd be interviewed by three people. You'd have to present your certificates, print your qualification. I did not print my data page so I did not have my passcode handy. So when they asked me, what's your passcode? I was looking at my phone. My phone could not load that period. So I was like, I was trying to like, I was almost freaking out. But I mean, you have to gain composure and all. So I would advise you print your passcode. Those things don't really matter. Also, please don't waste paper and print more than how many copies of your documents. It's not relevant, please. Just print one copy, carry your originals. Please don't carry fake documents. Please, it's really important because if you are caught and they are not in the mood, you could likely go to prison if they report you to the authorities. So yeah, also professional memberships, they are really important. I got my professional memberships, and it was really really important. Now to the interview, I'm currently doing like, my background was in mechanical engineering, but I'm currently doing a social science course, logistics and supply chain management. And as I presented my documents to the interviewer, he said that, why do you want to switch from engineering to, social sciences? And I was trying to explain to him, oh, sir, it's an aspect of engineering, Man looked at me, say, am I speaking English for you? At that moment, I was like, no, I was speaking English for you. And the other interviewers were really kind. They were really chill, and they now, after looking at my certificates, looking at my transcripts, looking at my professional memberships, is please, again, I can't say this enough. It's important to master what you put on your SOP. After looking at everything, they moved me to another person. The three of them just went for Friday prayers. They came back and they moved me to the one person that started asking me questions. Now, in my statement of purpose, I put that I've been, I was able to automate data collection processes from blah 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 and everything. Now, the man that interviewed me asked me, okay, what is the basics of automating data collection? What are the processes? Basically asking me to defend my final year project again. So the importance of knowing what you put there, you need to know your stuff, right? And I defended, I spoke, and he said, okay, better thank your stars so that you know what you're talking about. And I said, thank God. And everything was about 5 minutes, honestly, 5 minutes, because they're interviewing, 1,000 people, roughly 1,000 people in a day. You must put in key points. You must tell them what it is. Like, you must be able to hit the nail on the head, right? And I stood up and literally I forgot about the whole stuff because of the person that said, am I speaking English for him? And God being so faithful, you know, he I got the scholarship and I'm here, right? So back to what I'll just piggyback off what Balki said, because I mean she's a phenomenal presenter. And please, it is important. Hold your God tight, right? Hold your God tight. You can do, I mean, I just told you about someone who was the best graduating student in a department from my school, and she didn't get it because of she was tense and she forgot something. That's what I believe happened. I mean, she didn't get it right. don't disqualify yourself. Don't disqualify yourself. I'm a person that, I mean, sometimes I still find I'm not perfect, but I'm a person that if you don't tell me no, I will still ask. Do you get? Until I've heard no, that it's over. And sometimes I'll still ask to double check, right? So please, please, please don't disqualify yourself. Hold your God and trust God, basically, right? You may not get PTDF scholarship. I know somebody who didn't get PTDF scholarship. She got MasterCard Foundation to the University of Edinburgh. Do you understand? Maybe when she got the rejection from PTDF, she felt so bad and everything. What if she didn't try again, right? So please keep on trying again. Um, I That's basically it. I'm very, very approachable. You can reach out to me. Uh, Hopefully, I would answer because courseworks here are really busy. Again, I want to say thank you to Sar Ash for this genuine opportunity. And please, I hope you guys have been able to get value for your time. Cheers, and please do have a lovely day.